maneuver.
Don't forget about the Stark Dark Open Series down in Jacksonville at Counterspell Games happening June 21st through 22nd. $2,500 in the prize pool. And if they get the maximum capacity of 64 players, they're going to double that for the next one. And also a 1K Rochester Retro side event. So lots of great stuff happening down in Jacksonville. Make it out if you can. But on to the video. Welcome back to another Ace Maneuvers video, everybody. And I've got two little details that I think we missed the mark on with these fake reversal attacks. So first and foremost, throughout the last year, I've been very like, screw it, let's ball. You know, I've been very like, let's wait and find out for a lot of stuff. And there's a few things I flip-flopped on. Like I was very much like everyone's a baby about Nine Titans, and it being unique is kind of whack. And it's cool that Hanji has something. Made a whole video about how Hanji should hopefully get a broken 4-diff backup, but now it feels just a tiny bit polarizing. Not a ton, but it feels a lot like my defense against doubling a Titan attack is to reduce its damage by 4 before it can be doubled. I don't know how else to put it. That being said, when it comes to these reversals, I was the whole time I said it's cool as long as we don't bring back stun reversals. And we didn't bring back reversals, and I think that's the problem number one. So number one is these are not reversals. That means you can play the response multiple times unless they change the rules. I know Broberg does great rules videos. Anytime I do a rule video, they change the rules right after, so I stopped doing them. But hopefully Broberg is going to make a rule video, maybe about how like the breakdown on these response windows and the attack stack work. But as my understanding is that the reversals can be stacked. You can play multiple aerial Kikosho, or you can block with a rising uppercut, play it as an attack with aerial Kikosho. So getting attacked multiple times in a row on your turn was not something the reversal keyword could do. Part of the rules text of reversal is that you can only play one reversal to an attack, and these are not reversals. So I can understand why they didn't want to bring back specifically the reversal keyword. It's been a poorly defined, hard to decipher can of worms sort of keyword. No one's ever been fully sure how it works, but it did have that loophole patched, and it feels like a loophole. Maybe I'm just an old head. Maybe this is like a very normal card game thing where you try to sculpt your multiple reversals and just blow them all out on the rival's turn. But luckily, the attacks are mostly blank. The opportunity to play them on the rival's turn is like all they do, which I think is very good. I like the stats on them. You know, it's a sort of a blank 4 high 7. Like nothing about these cards by themselves really disturb me at first glance. When I realize I can do multiple of them, I get a little weirded out. That might not be too bad of an issue, but time will tell on that. The other issue, though, the one that is really tough is like my least favorite part, the worst part of playing retro, and that is stun reversals. I would probably play a lot more retro or be more excited for it if 90% of the decks I faced weren't reversal decks, and 90% of that 90% are reversal stun decks. And even with the built-in keyword to beat reversals in retro, they have plenty of answers. It just like doesn't come up. I cannot use the safe keyword to prevent my rival from reversaling me. So, and when I say stun reversals, I guess I mean like generic stun, like ending my turn, because they can do it by clogging your card pool so you can't play enough cards. They can do it by stunning out your foundations. And I'm just really hoping that it's not easy to get a big stun number on these reversals in standard. There's a couple characters that do it. You know, Paul gives them stun too. If you can play multiple of them, which I don't think he can. I think you have to have the air symbol to do the multiple trick. But either way, a stun 2 reversal plus all your don't do this is kind of nasty. Forceful negotiator decks are going to love stuff like this, right? So I'm pretty bugged out. Pumat Soul, another one who discards a card to stun you too after he plays an attack. He gets aerial Kikosho and the order symbol. So we've already seen the Mitchell Chimino decks do really well with like Forceful Negotiator and Drunken Master. And there's just going to be so many decks that you like, I can't ever attack you until I have like a God hand, which doesn't feel good. Doesn't seem like great balance. Doesn't feel like something you can take to a locals casually. I really hope people don't take stun reversals to their locals and play against new players with them, because it is just, I don't know, it's just a pitfall. It's hard to navigate. It's frustrating to navigate. It's not casual UniVersus, in my opinion, to have to sit there and go, all right, well, if I attack and he gets stun 3'd, what do I do from there, right? So I'm excited to see them playing with the space and taking the swing, but I do feel like there might have to be some kind of loophole patch. I don't know, maybe needing multiple copies of Aerial Kikosho on your rival's turn is enough to like make it not super broken, but it's not going to be fun to play against them if they all end up with stun 1. That's all I'm saying. Um, Anyways, what do you guys think? Do you like the new reversal sort of cards, fake reversals? Do you like stunning your opponent out? Maybe you've been waiting for this to return. Maybe you're the yin and yang player out there who's like, oh man, I'm gonna clog their card pool, stun them 3, and see what else they can do this turn, right? So leave me a comment down below. Which side of the fence are you on? I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you all. Peace out.